Hello, today we are going to start with the chapter called money. What is money? Money is something like a purchasing power. Today we cannot get anything or purchase anything without money. So any need which we have today cannot be fulfilled without money. Why? Because if you go to a seller to purchase a TV, fridge, jeans, or shoes, ultimately he'll ask something for it, which is known as money today. But before learning about money, its types, its functions, let us move back far and try to understand what was the system before money was introduced. Yes, the system earlier was known as the barter system. It's also known as CC economy, that is commodity to commodity economy. And what is that? Suppose if you have pulses and you want rice or clothes, then what you do? You simply go to that seller who wants pulses and you want rice. So if you want to exchange, is known as barter system. But it had various problems. So once again, what is a barter system? A barter system of exchange is a system in which goods are exchanged for goods. This is the definition. So you can understand in those days when we had to exchange goods with goods, there might be certain problems which are going to come to the surface naturally, because suppose if I have once again pulses and I want rice from someone else, naturally I had to search someone. मुझे ढूंढना पड़ेगा that person who really wants that commodity which I want to sell, and the same quantity I should get from him. So this point becomes, which is known as double coincidence of wants. What is that? The same person should be selling and want to have what I am going to sell and I want to have, is known as double coincidence of wants. Now the next point comes lack of common unit of value. What does it mean? अब देखिए, उस समय अगर I was a seller of let us say rice, मैं उस समय चावल का व्यापारी था, और अगर मेरे को I want shoes, I want clothes, then was it possible that I can express the value of my rice in all other commodities? It was impossible. So another difficulty during those days of barter system was that it was difficult to express the value of your commodities in terms of other values. Next point is difficulty of future payments. It's also known as deferred payments, payments which are to be made in future. Imagine करिए, I am a teacher and a tutor comes to teach my son. So every month I have to pay him his tuition fees. Now move back to the barter system. Was it possible in barter system to pay rice as a payment every time? Or suppose I am a seller of furniture and my son gets coaching from a teacher. So every month as a payment, was it possible to pay him furniture as a fee? because a tutor, a person, an individual has hundreds of demands. How he can survive simply getting furniture from me every month? So future payment again made a difficulty. Further, suppose मैंने आपसे 4 गेहूं बोरे उधार के लिए, ओके, अब जब मैं 4 महीने के बाद आपको वापस करता हूं तो उसका इंटरेस्ट क्या बनेगा? नाउ इंटरेस्ट रेट इज फिक्स्ड, बट ड्यूरिंग दोज डेज हाउ इट इज पॉसिबल? हम कैसे डिसाइड करें कि मैं आपको बदले में एक्स्ट्रा क्या दूं? वॉज अगेन another problem. Next point is difficulty in transfer of value. Today we have NEFT system. Today we have online systems. We can make payments to other with the help of Paytms, Bheem. There are a lot of applications. अब imagine करिए उन दिनों में अगर I have to pay my children fees in another city and I am a seller of once again rice. मैं चावल का व्यापारी हूं और मुझको अपने बच्चे की फीस जो कहीं बाहर किसी दूर विद्यालय में पढ़ता था उसको पे करनी है. हाउ इट वाज पॉसिबल? once again I have to carry all the rice to that institute, to that गुरुकुल विद्यालय जहां मेरा बच्चा पढ़ता है. was it possible? And suppose that place is hundred of miles away. Another very interesting incident is that अगर मुझे कहीं दूर शहर से कुछ महंगी साड़ियां और ज्वेलरी परचेज करनी है एंड आई मूव अवे विद माई बैग्स ऑफ राइस, sacks of rice, but when I reach that place I don't find sarees or jewelries which I want to purchase, मुझे अच्छी नहीं लगती हैं. Then what will happen? I will once again come back. So these are the difficulties we are talking about barter system. The next difficulty is difficulty of storage. Difficulty of storage. What does it mean? I feel it is self-explanatory because today if we have lakhs of rupees, crores of rupees, we can simply put them in 2 briefcases, go to bank, deposit the money और हम फिर चैन की नींद सो सकते हैं. ना कोई रॉबरी का डर, ना मेरे नोटों को सड़े या गलने का डर. अब इमेजिन कीजिए इन बार्टर सिस्टम इफ आई वाज अ ट्रेडर ऑफ राइस, तो चावल ही मेरी संपत्ति थी, चावल ही मेरा बैंक बैलेंस था, वही मैं स्टोर करूंगा तभी मैं कल को कुछ खा पाऊंगा. गेटिंग माई पॉइंट? तो स्टोरिंग वाज अगेन वेरी एक्सपेंसिव. फिर उस चावल को मेंटेनेंस अपने गोदाम में करने के लिए आई नीड गोदाम्स, आई नीड स्पेस, एंड चावल वाज माय बैंक मनी इन दोज डेज. इट वाज मनी, मनी इन सेंस कि मैं चावल से ही सब कुछ खरीद सकता हूं. तो अगर मेरे चावल सड़ जाएं, उनमें कुछ कीड़े लग जाएं, तो आई एम बैंकरप्ट. सो दीज आर ऑल दी प्रॉब्लम्स ऑफ barter system. And with the introduction of money, money has solved all these problems. How? आज हमारे पास पैसा है, I don't need another person to find, to search who can sell that what I want. With the help of money I can go purchase television, purchase shampoo, purchase shoes, etc. It's hardly problem now. Once again, with the help of money I can express. Today you go to market, you want shoes, you want tape records, you want TV, you want cars, bikes, everything is expressed in rupees. So rupee is now a common unit of value for all thousands and lakhs of commodities. Future payments, I have money. Whenever I need to pay to my tutor, I will simply draw a check कि उनको मैं कैश दे दूंगा, because cash is acceptable by all. Why? Because it is cash or money which solves all our demands. So no problem arises of receiving money from any person. It is happily accepted. And one more thing, money is backed by the government. इस कारण से we have faith in money we purchase the money. Transfer of value, we have NEFT systems, we have Paytm accounts, we can transfer to another person's account within seconds. We don't have to move, we can save our petrol, time and conveyance, because simply by sitting at one place I can simply transfer the amount to whom I have to pay. Storage, we have already discussed. Now talking about money, we can say that money is a medium of exchange. Money has facilitated the value to be transferred to another person for any commodity. Money is commonly accepted because it is backed by our RBI, our central government, and now money was earlier introduced simply to help in exchanging our products, that is paying money and getting products. But later on the definition, the value, the functions of money changed, and then we started even storing it as a, because it had a value, again we found its various uses. So once again money solved all those problems which we had discussed earlier. Now next comes the money value. What is the money value? Now what is money value? Money value is the value which is inscribed or written on it. यानी कि आपके पास अगर एक करेंसी का एक नोट है, उस पर अगर 100 रुपीज लिखा हुआ है तो मतलब क्या है, दैट इज इट्स मनी वैल्यू, यानी कि इट कैन परचेज गुड्स एंड सर्विसेज फ्रॉम द मार्केट फॉर वर्थ 100 रुपीज. दैट इज नोन एज ए मनी वैल्यू. Clear or not? So next comes the commodity value. So what is a commodity value? Commodity value is like metal that the money is made of. अगर हमारे पास आज करेंसी है तो वो कागज की बनी हुई है. अगर पहले कभी हम पे सिल्वर कॉइन्स थे, गोल्ड कॉइन्स थे, तो वो किस में बने होते थे? इन गोल्ड एंड सिल्वर. सो द मेटल और जिस चीज से हमारी कमोडिटी बनती है इज नोन एज कमोडिटी वैल्यू. Thus, if coins are made of gold or silver, commodity value of money refers to the market value of the gold or silver contained in the coin. Once again, this is very important to understand the difference between money value and commodity value. Let us take a live example. If you can see, this is a 10 rupee note. इस पे क्या लिखा हुआ है? It is written 10 on it. So 10 is the money value. यानी कि अगर हम मार्केट जाते हैं तो इससे हम 10 रुपए का कोई भी सामान खरीद सकते हैं. That is goods and services purchased. पर ये बना तो कागज का है. It is made of paper. अगर इसको हम फाड़ दें तो it becomes valueless, but ultimately it is made of paper. And let us say if the printing cost, the making of this note cost to the government, for example say 1 रुपए and 25 पैसे for example, तो जो इसकी कमोडिटी वैल्यू है, यानी कि जिस ये चीज से बना है इसको प्रिंट करने में जो हमारी लागत आई है, जो कॉस्ट आई है, दैट बिकम्स commodity value. And commodity value is also known as intrinsic value. Now next is fiat money and fiduciary money. We should understand the difference between fiduciary money and fiat money. See, fiat money is something which is issued by the government, because that's why we have a trust, we have a faith on it, because it is authorized by the government. And it includes fiat money includes all notes and coins which the people in a country are legally bound to accept as a medium of exchange. इसलिए जितने भी कॉइन्स सिक्के गवर्नमेंट इशू करती है वो सब कॉल्ड fiat money because it is authorized by the government. Now comes what is fiduciary money. Fiduciary money is something which is accepted because once again ordered by the government or by the banks, like checks and drafts. It is also that money, fiduciary is also that money which is accepted as a medium of exchange because of the trust between the payer and the payee. Like check is not money, but we accept it because once again it is supported and backed by commercial banks and RBI. So checks and bank drafts are fiduciary money, while fiat money is the real coins and notes issued by the government. Now another forms of money, that is types of money, can be full-bodied money and credit money. Let us start with full-bodied money. Full-bodied money refers to that money in terms of coins where money value, if you remember, we just few minutes before learned what is money value. That is the money value inscribed जो 10 के नोट पर छपी हुई थी is money value, और नोट जो बनने की इसकी कॉस्ट थी is known as commodity value. So in case of full bodied money, commodity value is equal to money value. For example, during British period, a rupee coin was made of silver and its money value was equal to commodity value. Next comes credit money. Credit money is actually what prevails today. जो आज हम नोट और सिक्के यूज करते हैं, they are real examples of credit money. For example, अगर आप देखें, I give an example of a 10 rupee note. Yes, तो देखिए, with the help of 10 rupees you can purchase goods and services worth 10 rupees, परंतु but जो उसकी कॉस्ट है, प्रिंटिंग कॉस्ट, it is for example 1 rupee or 1.5 रुपया. So in case of credit money, that is today's currency, our money value exceeds commodity value.